It's not always about what business you start, because we are a business, our family.
Yes.
Family is a business.
Yeah.
How do you take care of your kids?
Yeah.
How do you manage your relationships?
Yeah.
That's the entrepreneur spirit. How much you invest in? How much do you take out? When do you rest? When do you do overtime? These are all principles and skills that, so yes, in that sense, entrepreneurship. Now, does everybody need to go start a business? No.
That's totally, I like that.
No.
Yeah. All right, welcome back to the second part of my interview with Joshua Baker. I want to welcome all my bootstrappers back. And Joshua, as we talked about in the first part of this interview, obviously we talked about your history, your story, about how you became an entrepreneur. Obviously we ended off talking about your transition from being just the business owner to now being the investor.
Right.
And of course, I know about a lot of the things that you are doing now from an investor point of view. And we'll first start, because I want to learn a little bit more about, because there's a few things that you are doing we'll get into. But let's talk first about your real estate ventures.
Okay.
All right. Because I know that you are a major investor in a lot of real estate deals that's actually happening here in the city. You got a great relationship with another good friend of mine, Mr. Gene Johnson and Kelly Parker, and a lot of the things that they're doing with the Construction Kings. But talk to me about why real estate was an important investment vehicle for you to get involved in.
For me, man, real estate has always, when I went to college for, I wanted to be a city planner, urban development. So that's always been on the backdrop. Sales is something I knew I could use to generate money, but I always wanted to get into real estate. Growing up in the projects with my family, my brothers, my cousins, we were all in one house. You didn't have that.
Correct.
I saw houses. I saw my friends, the kids I played basketball, football with, they had homes. So it was like, yo, when I get to the point, I'm gonna own my own home and I'm gonna build neighborhoods. So that's something that I was always passionate about, and transitioning those funds, being able to take some of those that money and buy my first home. And I bought that years ago when I first, the first $1 million I made. I started buying property.
Yeah.
And I didn't know what to do with it at the particular time, but it was a start. And I made some money. I made, I lost some money. I made some money. But I was never deterred. And I knew eventually, if you want to build legacy, you can't just build it on your own energy. I'm getting older. I don't hit those hospitals the way I used to. I can't hit those steps the way I used to. I'm on an elevator now. You know? So I was like, but your money can move farther, faster in real estate than I can do myself. So less limitations on my personal sales and my personal talents. I could just use my mind, my relationships, and develop. And then that's why I wanted to get into real estate.
So did you have a mentor when you first started doing real estate, investing in real estate? Did you have someone to guide you, or you kind of jumped into it on your own?
Well, my neighborhood, my brothers in my neighborhood, shout out to Jay, Sababu, Big L, Lamar, Gregory Gibson, my boys, they were building, they were in the real estate. So I used to just give them money and they would put it onto a house, and I would take some money and get onto another project. So, and we just shared and built different projects together. So we were always doing things collectively. So it created a culture. So, the more money I got, the bigger, the greater the opportunities become. So
you actually kind of was like a capital partner for those guys, right? You collaborated with them and became a capital partner, right? Yeah. Which is one area of real estate that I don't think many of us don't know much about, right? Because all of us can become capital partners on a lot of real estate deals, right? And not try to be a lone wolf and do it all on our own, right? And so, so you started rehabbing, building. Is that what
we started with rehabs? We're doing a lot of rehabs, a lot of fix and flips, and then I bought a beach house.
Okay.
So my football coach, actually, at junior high, he had a beautiful house a block away from the beach. And I was like, Pops, I call him Pops because he was like a father to me. I said, man, when you're ready to sell this house, I'm going to buy it. And he was like, all right, you all right. And he called me, he's like, man, I'm leaving. My house is done. He built a new house. And I said, man, I'm ready. I want to buy the house. And at the time, my credit wasn't really where it was supposed to be.
Understood.
And I said, man, I said, Pops, whatever you planned on giving me, take it off of the house.
Yeah.
And I bought it cash.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought the house, $550,000 cash.
So what, now think about it, and I want people listening to this to understand, right? So you obviously had $550,000 probably sitting in a bank account, right? What was your mindset in knowing that, okay, I'm gonna take the $550 out of the bank account and I'm gonna put it in the walls of this piece of real estate, right? Because I know for me, when I first start making a lot of money, I was the type of person I like to sit at the screen and just look at the numbers on the screen. Not realizing the money wasn't in the bank, but I just like looking at the numbers on the screen. But what was that thought pattern for you, knowing that you moving $550,000 out of the bank account and you're gonna park it in this piece of real estate?
Yeah, I thought about that too. And I think one time I went to the bank and I tried to get $30,000 out and they wouldn't give it to me.
Right.
And I was like, what you mean? It's my money. You got to make an appointment next week sometime. I said, oh no. So reality kicked in.
Yes.
Your money ain't there.
Yes.
So, I wasn't connected to the money.
Yes.
I wasn't tied to the money. And then I knew the property that I was buying. The property that now I pay $550 for it. 5 years later, it's worth $1.5 million.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So your money would never have grown that fast sitting in the bank.
No, I had probably like $555,000.
Right.
I probably would have made $5,000 in 3 years,
in
5 years. Yeah,
that's right. In 3 years, you probably made $5,000.
Yeah.
Right. By putting it into the walls of the real estate, now it
tripled.
Oh my God, yeah.
Tripled.
Wow.
Yeah.
So fast forward to where we are today. Talk a little bit about, I know you are a major part of the Construction Kings, right? And shout out to Gene Johnson and Kelly Parker. Gene was actually on the podcast a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Talk to us a little bit about the vision, because I know you and Gene and Kelly, you guys kind of created the Construction Kings and what we see today, right, of it being a great program that's helping a lot of people learn how to build. Talk to us about why that was important for you to get involved in.
Well, I wanted to come down here and start doing some development. I always wanted to build some houses in Atlanta. It was a dream of mine. My cousin was down here, Nishira. She's a interior designer. My cousin William was down here going back and forth. So they found a beautiful property, a loft downtown. And they showed me the vision of what it was going to be. And I'm like, well, listen, man, I talked to my cousin Will. I said, let's partner up and let's buy this loft. So we're in the center of downtown. And then from there, we can start branching out, looking for different properties. They hired Kelly to do my renovation. So Kelly actually did the renovation and he did an amazing job. And I'm watching him one day. He was like, yo, who you? And I'm like, what you mean, who am I? He was like, yeah, Will know you here? I'm like, I hope he know I'm here. It's my damn building. He's like, oh, I ain't know, bro, my bad, So that's how we met. We laughed about it and joked about it. He's like, yeah, man, you ain't never say much. You were just walking around, just looking. I said, yeah, man, I'm past those days of needing to be seen or beat my chest. And, oh, this is mine and blah, blah, blah. So, and I'm confident, and my partner, Will, Nishira, did a great job. And Kelly, this is before the Construction Kings.
Yes.
He was just, they were starting to build and think about and put things together. They started their YouTube channel and things like that. So I told Kelly, I said, man, yeah, I'm down here. I'm about to take over Atlanta.
Yeah.
He was like, word? I'm like, yeah. So I'm like, yo, I would call him. I'm like, Kelly, what about this lot? He's like, man, you can't build nothing there. I'm like, damn. I said, man, what? So I called him again. Kelly, I got another lot. What you think? He said, listen, man, you can't keep calling me every week about a lot. He was like, I want you to meet my partner, Gene. He's like, this is our vision. We got a whole vision, man, and we would like you to at least think about being a partner. And I met Gene. Gene and I, we talked for about 2 hours. I said, man, I'm sold. I said, forget what I need. What do you need? How can I help you become successful? And Gene said, listen, man, if we had some capital, if we had some cash flow, we could do so many things. We could do a school, we could teach courses, we could build houses, we could teach people how to build, man. And him and Kelly, they had this vision. And I was like, man, all right, how much you need? He was like, man, I just need $100,000, $200,000, whatever. I said, here, man, here's $1 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's like, yo, bro, I don't need you to. I'm like, bro, nah, listen, man, it's here, set aside for you. I'll set aside this capital for you, and I believe in the vision.
Yeah.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
I'm sold all the way out. So now I'm in.
And just seeing the growth of the Construction Kings over the past 2 or 3 years, right? I mean, it's incredible to see because, I mean, the Construction Kings are probably the only group that I know that's really teaching people how to truly build.
Truly build, yeah.
And as you guys say, build from the ground up.
Build from the ground up.
Right.
Yeah, they build builders.
Yeah, they build builders. That's right. Yeah.
Coming back 2-3 years later and seeing the first students with the confidence.
Yes.
They built 3-4 houses already.
Yes.
I'm like, man, I'm so excited for the growth. You know, the platform has expanded.
Yeah.
Now we have partnerships with Desi Banks. We have
Yes.
partnerships with Gary Owens, Funny Boy Marco, you know, Fats the Barber, his team, like different celebrities, yourself. It's just organically.
Yeah.
We grew organically by doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Making sure everything we put our name on is top quality. And I love it.
Absolutely. What do you see as the vision for the Construction Kings? And I know, and I'm asking you because obviously you and I talked off camera about some of the things.
Yeah.
But where do you see that vision going, right? With, I know you got plans for syndications and different developments that you guys are working on. I don't know if you can talk a little bit about some of the developments. I know y'all like to keep it under, I like to keep it under the hood a little bit, but can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I can share a little bit. We're fortunate enough right now, we are in the process of building or developing our 14 modern home subdivision in South Fulton.
Yes.
The city has seen nothing like it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about state-of-the-art modern homes, beautiful, built by us, for us. It's just something. The name of the building, the name of it's Legacy Estates.
Yes.
The subdivision. And that was the name. I actually came up with that name because that's what we're doing. We're building legacy. And the partners that we have, it's amazing, man. I mean, to sit down with people, your friends and folks, and we're taking our money, our ingenuity, our energy, and we're actually developing a neighborhood. Growing up in the projects where, you know, these houses are bigger than 5 of the houses that we grew up in.
Yeah.
And now we building a legacy of homes.
Yeah.
It's amazing, man. It's a gift.
It's the true definition of, you know, here in my office, I have a slogan on my office, say, defy the odds, right?
Yes.
And it's the true definition of defying the odds because, for one, a lot of, particularly in our community, a lot of people feel that people in the Black community can't work together, right? And then I know there's a lot of examples of that being true, right? But I think what you guys are doing and what the Construction Kings is showing, you know, particularly even if it's on a small scale, is that, you know, people in our community can work together to do something magnificent, right? You know, defying the odds, putting together a product like this, right? You know, it just sets the stage for even bigger projects to come.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
It's beautiful working with like-minded people. And with social media, they highlight some of the bad actors. And,
Yes.
but when you're in business long enough and you've done business with a lot of different people, a lot of different cultures, a lot of different races, there's bad actors everywhere.
Yes. Yes.
So,
yes.
sometimes we're just overly judgment with ourselves.
Yes.
Our people.
Yes.
No, man, you've been getting robbed your whole life.
Yes, absolutely.
And certain institutions been robbing us.
Yes.
We don't even know we're getting robbed.
That's exactly
So
right.
when you get that mindset, you gotta have thick skin.
Yes.
And then you just have to have take the time to make sure that the people you're partnering up with and the project makes sense. It's not about friendships.
Yes.
The project has to make sense.
Yes.
And, some of the partnerships and the projects that I'm involved with now, they make sense. And they're game changers.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Yeah.
They're huge.
So I know that through your distribution company, you got a new product you was telling me about that you, can you talk a little bit about that product?
A little bit, not too much, not too much.
I mean, you got a patent on it, right?
It's coming. It's in the process.
Oh, it's in the
process.
Yeah, okay.
But it's a medical device.
Yeah.
And it's it's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's a game changer.
Yeah, I saw some prototypes.
Yeah. You're trying to get billionaire status.
Right,
that's the goal.
Right.
Or make more millionaires.
Absolutely,
And not only that, it's needed. It's a problem solver. Just like the original issues that I was able to help.
Yes.
It's a similar type of mindset. It's a problem, it's a need, and it's saving lives. More than just making money. I mean, this is actually saving lives. And I'm just fortunate and I'm blessed that God has seen fit to allow me to bring it to the world. So
yeah. That's powerful. Yeah,
because we're just managing these gifts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm just thankful.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about, start giving some advice, right? I mean, I got a lot of bootstrappers that watch this.
Oh, don't forget about the avocado tea.
Oh, that's right. Avocado tea.
We got avocado tea. I gotta plug it.
Yeah, let's talk.
Big shout out to my man Kobe Farrell.
Yeah, let's talk about that, though.
Yeah, man. The avocado tea, man. This is.
And that's interesting. An avocado tea.
Yeah.
Where did the vision of that come from?
So everybody loves avocados.
Yeah.
But the benefits, the true secret, the gift of the avocado is actually the seed. Not the fruit. The fruit is good. It's good for you. It's good for your digestive system, good for your skin. But the punch is in the seed. And my friend of mine, he's a chef. He's opening up a restaurant. I'm opening up a restaurant in Jersey as well. He came and he shared this idea with me about how he created a formula with the seed to develop this flavorful tea. I said, man, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. How much you need? He was like, Josh, I said, man, I'm in. I said, not only that, my team, we can market this and take this around the world, man. And Tim, I'm trying to tell you. I'm walking around with tea all day. Avocado tea. It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So
So when is it coming out? When is it be released? Or has it already been released?
I got some cases coming to you by next week, man.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We out. We here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have set up a national distributorship, and right now we just wrapping it up, man. Putting some tape around the boxes, and we start.
Well, definitely let me know because I like to get my hands on.
I
some.
know you can. I'll get something to you. It's hey, look, it ain't too late to put a couple of hours in there. Right. So yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the mindset of entrepreneurs, right? Because I want my bootstrappers on that. It's always good to hear the stories of successful entrepreneurs. I always talk about, hey man, see the glory, don't know the story, right? Because a lot of people may look at your success and they're in awe of your success, but obviously, I mean, your success did not come without sacrifice,
right?
And not just the sacrifice you made as a young kid growing up in New Jersey and getting out of New Jersey, but even. If you like me, even today, right? Even every day we go through ups and downs as entrepreneurs. Yeah. My first question to you would be, do you think everybody should be pursuing the goal of being an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Okay.
Not in the sense of going out to develop your business, but developing yourself.
Okay.
That's a business.
Yes.
You have to invest in yourself. No matter what job you do, you want to be the best at it. My grandfather, he never missed a day of work. He worked for the city, and but he was class. You know, he got up every morning, 5:30, was on that truck, and it was a sense of pride.
He had an entrepreneurial mindset.
The mindset.
Yeah.
You know, and he worked out up until he passed away in his late 80s.
He was still working out in his
always
80s.
working
Wow.
out. And I'm like, Grandpa, you know, why you always working out? He said, because I got to go to work.
Wow.
So I got to be fit.
He knew he had to be fit to work.
So he was invested. He was an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
It's not always about what business you start, because we are a business, our family.
Yes.
Family is a business.
Yeah.
How do you take care of your kids?
Yeah.
How do you manage your relationships?
Yeah.
That's the entrepreneur spirit. How much you invest in? How much do you take out? When do you rest? When do you do overtime? These are all principles and skills so yes, in that sense, entrepreneurship. Now, does everybody need to go start a business? No.
That's totally. I like that.
No.
Yeah.
There's workers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people need to, the energy behind the idea, and that's okay.
Yeah, and I like to call it
okay.
entrepreneurs.
Yes, entrepreneurs.
Right, entrepreneurs, which I think.
like that. I'm still that.
Yeah,
I like
let's go. Yeah.
I like that one. I like that.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it, in every business need entrepreneurs, right? I mean, when you see this movement around everybody wanting to be an entrepreneur, I often say to myself, if everybody gonna be the entrepreneur, who gonna help build the business?
Yeah.
Right?
You're right.
Because an entrepreneur, if you're not willing to take the risk, the financial risk,
Yes.
the management risk, the sacrificing, the family sacrificing and all that. If you're not willing to do those things, then it might be better just to be an entrepreneur.
Yes.
Right?
I tell people all the time. I said, everybody wants to be the star now,
Yeah.
the singer.
Yeah.
I said, but who's writing the songs?
Absolutely.
The songwriter. They make the most money,
Yes.
not the singer. But to write a song, the thoughtfulness, the experiences that they go through in life. So yeah, man, you need both. You gotta have balance, man.
Right.
And you gotta know what you do best.
Yeah.
And stay in your lane. And a lot of people are operating outside of their space, so that's why they're not as successful as they could be.
Yeah. Do you think that the post-COVID now, do you think that we're moving into a different economy? I kind of feel that sometimes. I was telling someone, I said, when you think about globalization, AI, all these things, I feel that coming out of COVID, we have now gone into a different economy.
Yeah.
Right. Inflation is high, which I don't think inflation is going to come down. Right. So it's almost like we got to look at business, our finances and things in a different way.
Yeah.
Right.
Got to be lean.
Lean. Yes. I like
It's a lean thought process. And then you have your branding is international.
Yes.
So we have access across the world.
Yes.
Not just in our neighborhood, our city, our state. So you have to think that way. And also time. But people are not working. People ain't working. So
exactly.
It's spaces for you to operate. There's so many opportunities if you want to work. If you're willing to put the work in, there's so many opportunities because everybody's looking to find a way how they could work less. And I'm like, man, that's the same amount of work.
Yes.
You working not to work, and not getting paid for it.
Right.
I don't understand that.
That's exactly
you spend 8 hours trying not to work,
yes.
and ain't get paid for none of it.
Right.
I'm gonna spend 8 hours working.
Right.
We gonna be in the same place.
Yes.
I used to, when I was growing up, man. Some of my friends, they drop out of high school. I look out the window. They at the high school. They at the high school all day, outside smoking a cigarette, waiting for everybody to come outside. I said, well, damn, you at the school before me, watching everybody go in, you watch everybody leave for all that. You should have just took yourself into class. I don't get it, man. But you know, it's
That is interesting.
Yeah.
That is so true. I'm thinking about that in my own school. That's the same thing. Like, standing outside the car, you're sitting on the car outside of
After
school,
school,
right?
right,
Like
yeah.
you could have been in the school.
Yeah, can't do nothing.
Right.
Ain't nobody outside. Everybody in the school you waiting to hang out with. So why you ain't in there?
Oh my goodness.
Man.
Yeah.
But that's the same thing in the work environment.
Yeah.
You know, you waiting for everybody to get off of work so you can hang out. You can't talk to nobody. The people that you want to talk to at work.
Yeah.
You might as well go get a job and get off when they get off.
Exactly right.
So,
and to have some type of real conversation with them. Yeah. So what advice, as we begin to close this podcast, what advice would you give to aspiring entrepreneurs?
Honor your gift. Honor it. And when I say honor it, that means take the time to develop it. Listen to a podcast, read a book, do some extra studying. Not just on what you want to do, but on what it takes for you to do what you want to do. So a lot of people, they just want to learn about what they do, you know what I mean? But when you start figuring out what goes on after you're done or what goes on before you're done, learn the whole process. So then you get a full understanding, you get a full vision. And make sure your partnerships and your relationships, it's the right ones.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, it can't be all the time who you like. It has to be about the vision. Who's best for the vision? What's best? Who's best at this particular task? Not who do you get along with the best, because trust me, the person you get along with the best, if you put them in a task that they're not good at, you ain't gonna get along with them long.
Exactly. That's right.
So man. And don't quit.
Yeah.
Don't quit, man. And you gotta work. I don't care what nobody tell you. Ain't no easy way. There's no way of getting around work. You gonna work for somebody, whether it's for yourself or something, but we're on this earth, and God has given us these gifts and this energy to use it. You know, if you don't use it, you'll lose it. So put that.
So with this podcast being called Bootstrapped Millionaire, and I typically ask a lot of my guests this question, what does the word bootstrapping mean to you?
Oh man. Woo. For me, being grounded, being hungry, being committed. And when I think about bootstraps, man, and I think about, my family played with them horses down there. So, you know, to get on that horse, sometimes you got to walk through the shit. Excuse my language.
Yeah, absolutely.
But, to get the glory,
you
know, you got to strap them boots up.
Yeah.
You got to put that work in. You got to take your lumps, your bumps, and just have a heart of appreciation, and don't give up, man.
I like that. Yeah, being grounded. Yeah, that's so important, right? Yeah. You know, because regardless of how successful you become, being grounded always keep you centered.
Yeah, keep you centered.
Yeah, keep you centered. Yeah,
and you keep it that way. You start keeping things that you obtain and things, and you can manage it, and because you have a heart of appreciation, man, and being grounded. So. Yeah, man, it's a beautiful ride, though, I tell you. Whether it's the ups or downs, I mean, trust me. I look at my bank account now, that $550,000 ain't in there. You know?
But it's in the ground. It's in the property.
So $550,000 cash not in the bank. Yeah. But I'll have over $5 million in real estate.
Absolutely. That's right.
Know? So the $550,000 not in there, but my businesses are worth over $5 million.
It's still on your balance sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the most important thing. So the theme is, instead of us looking at the bank statements or the screens on the banking screens, we need to be looking at our balance sheets.
Yes. Yep.
Right. Yeah. Because our balance sheets tell us the true story.
True that.
Yeah.
And you look at the relationships and the people that you cared about and the people that you work with. How well are they doing?
Yeah.
So people ask me all the time, man, how you know the construction kings? Yeah. You don't know them. Yeah. You just reposting their pictures. How you know Desi Banks? You don't know him. Yeah. How you know Gary Owens? I said, man, their success is a testament of my success.
Absolutely.
I don't need to see them.
Absolutely.
But we having dinner together, drinking that good wine together. So, yeah, man, I'm thankful, man.
Absolutely.
And the more the higher they grow, the bigger they become, man. They just taking me right along with them, man.
Absolutely.
So I don't mind opening doors. You know, we had a beautiful meet and greet yesterday.
Yes.
I'm out there serving.
Yes.
I walk around with the plate.
Yes, you did.
I'm serving.
Yes, you did.
Because
Yes, you did.
I'm gracious.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thankful.
Yeah.
Man, you know, so yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm honored. I give honor to God, man. It's a beautiful thing.
So Joshua, how can our bootstrappers connect with you? Of course, we're in the social media world. What's your handles, right?
Okay, you want to find me? You can find me at Mr. Cash Rules 24 on Instagram. Thanks, my son, for naming me that. On Facebook, it's Joshua Baker. I have a number of websites with different businesses. JB Medical Solutions, 360 Splash Shield, also Team AFSOM, and on Instagram also AFSOM. So I mean, I'm there, man. You don't gotta look hard.
Right. Yeah.
You ain't gotta look hard, and I'm a phone call away.
Yeah.
You know, my number's still in the yellow books.
Yeah. Okay.
You might not find a yellow book,
right, yeah.
but yeah, I'm easy to reach, man.
All right. And of course, we encourage people to go check out the Construction Kings, because I know you guys have a membership as well for people who want to learn how to build homes and et cetera.
Yeah, if you want to learn how to build homes, if you want to learn about real estate, if you want to learn about fundraising,
Yes.
developing, if you want to become part of the Investors Corner,
Yes.
please look at the Construction Kings on Instagram. Also, we have our class,
Yes.
ABA. So, yeah, man. It's a lot going on. Atlanta's hot right now. Florida too.
Yeah.
We're down in Florida as well. So yeah, we got a lot.
Well, Joshua, man, I really thank you, man, for
Hey, man, I appreciate
being
it.
on the Bootstrapped Millionaire podcast. It's a great conversation. A lot of things that our people can take from your story and the success that you have had and the things that you have done. So appreciate you sharing with us and being very transparent in your journey as being an entrepreneur. And as we always close, we have a saying here on the Bootstrapped Millionaire. When we close out, keep bootstrapping.
Keep bootstrapping. All right. Thanks, brother.
All right.